Hello and welcome back to another Jet2 Guy video. So, today we are in Condor, and it has been a while since I even mentioned the word Condor. About 5 months ago in my gliding video, I think I recorded it in FSX, yeah I think so. Um, yeah, I said I'll be getting Condor, and I got it about a couple months ago, but I haven't had time to record stuff. Well, I probably have, I've just been a lazy cunt, so here's your video. Yeah, so this is Condor here, and I'm in a K21, and we're somewhere in Slovenia or Slovakia, one or the other. And yeah, it's a nice day. I think we've got a slight crosswind. So let's use your Udi here, this little thing over there. Yeah, we've crosswind 10 knots. So just gonna turn the sounds down in the sim. We just don't really want to hear those. Sorry, my voice is running weird. And I've already got the variant on mute. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to mute the sounds. So, this cockpit is much more realistic than the cockpit in FSX. Obviously, this is payware. This costs me about 60 quid, then about 6 quid for the glider. So, what is that? Why is it vibrating? Anyway, so I can zoom in here, and it's got everything you would expect in a K21 or most standard gliders. So just go through the instrument panel here. On the far left you got a gyro, which is the angle of the aircraft, how much bank, etc. It's useful for cloud flying. To the right, north, top right, you've got a vario. I don't think that's the electric one. No, and on the bottom, so below that, you got the electric vario. In the center of your instrument panel, you have your ASI, airspeed indicator. In the bottom of the instrument, in the middle of the instrument panel, you have another gyro. Artificial. You have an artificial horizon, and below that you have your radio. To the right of that, you have a G accelerometer. I think it's called. I'm not sure the technical term. I think it's called something like G meter, something like that. And above that, you have an altimeter. And to the far right, you have a simple compass. On the left here, we have our release cable. So there you go, just pull that when you want to release the cable, so either the winch or the aerotow. And that blue lever down there, that is your air brakes. So just open that up. And air brakes, basically what they do is they increase the rate of descent without decreasing the speed. And you use them on 99% of approaches unless you get an emergency and you get an air brake failure. It can happen on very cold days where they might just completely lock up, or it can happen when you got a sub-zero day, maybe at 2,000 feet, and you get ice forming. You haven't dried, maybe the glider has been wet. Ice forms on the air brakes. Try to open them on approach, and then you suddenly set you up for a long approach because you got no air brakes, which is fun. Apparently that's not as uncommon as you think, so something to be aware of. Always dry your gliders. And you got your radio here. Sorry, you got your microphone. So you're only really two radio calls you need to know for, unless you're going cross country, is your downwind call and a mayday call. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so got my little guy in the back here. Let's call him Jeff. And let's do our before takeoff checklist. So I've already done my ABCDEs, which is airframe, ballast, controls, dollies, no dolly on this aircraft, and eventualities. I won't really go over the eventualities because there's not a lot. This field's pretty massive. You've got a lot of room to play with. Of course, if I was actually flying over real life, I'd do them, but it's the sim. So I'll just get on with my before to start checklist, which are CB Sift. They changed it around actually, and so Canopy's laughed. So it's A, E, C. I think that's, yeah. Air brakes, eventualities, Canopy, because Canopy can steam up on like coldish, on misty days. So, controls first. Controls full and free moving. I'll move the stick and I'll move the ailerons and the elevator and both rudder pedals at the same time. Make sure they're all moving for me. And then ballast. I currently check the ballast in this aircraft, but let's assume we're all okay. Straps, my straps, again I can't really see them, but I'll assume they're tight and secure, and my little passenger here is tight and secure as well. Instruments, you'd check no breakages, no cracks, and you'd set the altimeter to either QFE or QNH. So QFE is height at the airfield, so let's say the airfield is 200 feet above sea level, I could set the altimeter to 200 feet. Or if I was flying cross country, I'll set it to QNH, which is mean height above sea level, or 1013 hectopascals. So we're just flying at QNH today. I'm not sure on the actual elevation of the field. I think it's about 500 feet. I might be wrong. Anyway. Right, so yeah, and there's no misting or fogging of the instruments. Everything's working okay, and radio is on. Master is on. Great. Flaps, no flaps fitting this aircraft. Trim, so just move the trim full forward, full back. I'm not going to do it properly because it takes a little while. And canopy closed and locked. Air brakes, open those up. 50% closed and locked. There you go. Right, so let's get the winch. I know I'm not trained on the winch. I don't know how it properly goes, but I know you accelerate to 50 knots roughly. So there you go, and then we're going to lift off the ground and maintain a 45-degree climb. So I put the sound up here, and I'm probably doing this wrong, but we're already at 1,000 feet. Everything's going well at the minute. 1,500, there we go. Right, so this is a release here. And yeah, let's have a little look at the controls. So, when you're doing turns, you'll use... how do you explain it? Oh, what's the word? I forgot the word. When you use controls in... it's like aerodynamics, so if you want to turn to the left, you'd lose the left rudder as well. Or you're going to get adverse yaw. So the stalling speed of this K21 is about 37 knots. I can test that quickly just by doing... I don't need to do a hassle check for stalls, do I? No. Anyway, I think we're all good. There's a lot of head movement you'll find when you're loading glider. Right, so let's just test that spool speed. So I'll just bring the speed back slowly here. And when I get that shudder of the controls... there you go. Okay, so it's around 41, 42 knots. A little bit harder than I expected, but that's fine. Let's do a spin test as well. It's just little things you can do. So bring the speed back. Can we get it to spin? Yes, we can. Okay, spin recovery. And pull out dive. There you go. And gain that height back in exchange for speed. Okay, so that's a little spin, little turn, little stall. Don't know what else I can do. A loop. Don't know how to do a loop, but have a guess, I guess. Have a go, I guess. So accelerate to 100 knots. And there you go. So that's a loop. That's probably not the safest loop. That's probably not the correct procedure either. But that's a loop. So I'm going to join just downwind here and just open my air brakes. I'm going to open my brakes full here. And keep speed around 55 knots. And I'm just going to cut in downwind here. So I'm going to do a high-ish circuit, you could say. And we do have crosswind at 20 knots, so it's quite strong now. And keep the air brakes at 3/4. I'm not going to do a proper circuit. Get my 45-degree in there. I just want to slow down slightly, and I'm going to have to do a crabbing approach because we do have crosswind. So I'm experiencing a little bit of turbulence here. Just close the air brakes. Turn on to base leg. There you go. And turn on to final. So it's a little bit low to do our final turn, but hey ho, we're fine. And grab the glider. So, there you go here. Keeping the air brakes at 50%. Slowly just easing off the speed. Keeping that crab into the last minute. I do not want to drift. Cross the wrong way. Just before we bounce to touchdown. Slowly ease the left rudder back on. And there you go. And keep wings level. There we go. We're down safe. Oh, that was nice. So that's just a little demonstration of Condor. There's a lot more things you can do. So it simulates ridge flying, thermaling, what else? Wave. You can play with friends. Yeah, you got multiplayer. You can do lessons. It's a bit like FSX days, where you can do the lessons, the missions. They were fun. Yeah, there's a lot to do. It's overall great sim. And I highly recommend it to anyone who's learning to become a glide pilot. I've only got a few more flights left to go solo, so yeah, pretty exciting. Alright, hope you enjoyed this Jet2 Guy video, and I'll see you guys soon. There's a star